Hello, I'm Dr. Melissa Pangelinan. I'm faculty at Auburn University, and today I'm going to talk about an experiential learning curriculum to prepare fitness professionals to work with individuals with developmental and acquired disabilities. So we know that individuals with developmental disabilities experience physical health disparities that put them at increased risk for obesity, cardiometabolic diseases, and reduced quality of life. Unfortunately, there's a critical lack of certified and trained exercise and fitness professionals that are available in the community to provide opportunities for adapted exercise to improve health outcomes and mitigate these health risks in this population. So today I'm going to talk about a 2-semester curriculum that was aimed at preparing students to become certified personal trainers and gain the experience needed to lead exercise programming for those with disabilities. During the first semester, students complete coursework to prepare for the National Academy of Sports Medicine Certified Personal Trainer exam. And during the second semester, they complete practical experiences with me and my graduate students in my lab. They also prepare for the American College of Sports Medicine Certified Inclusive Fitness Trainer exam, and they lead a 10-week virtual exercise program for adults with developmental or acquired disabilities. So here's an example of some of the adapted exercise programming that we created. So we work with the undergraduate students to create visual supports with modifications and verbal cues to help the participants know what they're going to be doing. So here's an example for the squat. We have a visual image of what they're going to be doing, as well as verbal cues for the undergraduate students to be able to say during the Zoom sessions. And then they also provide modifications if the exercise is too difficult or the exercise is too easy. They then lead exercises via Zoom with different participant groups. And then we meet weekly to discuss additional behavioral supports and to discuss how well the participants are able to understand the exercises and perform the exercises. So I'm going to show you an example of what this looks like. This is a recording from one of our Zoom sessions and then an example of one of our participants doing the exercises.
Okay guys, for our first exercise, we're going to do a squat. So you're welcome to squat to a chair, or just don't squat so low. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep our feet flat on the ground, okay? Feet flat, and you're going to push your butt back into space like you were going to sit down. Good. So on 1, 2, we'll go down, and on 3, 4, we're going to come up, okay? Let's do 10 together. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job.
And this is an example of one of our participants when we were asking after the program was done what her favorite exercise was and to demonstrate it. So you can see that she's holding onto a chair for support, but she's doing a great job. So let's talk a little bit about the participant outcomes. So these are going to be interviews with some of the personal trainers in terms of what they saw were benefits of the program for the participants.
When we first started, contralateral movements were especially difficult for the participants, such as like the elbow to the opposite knee crunch. And I didn't expect it to get better. However, after a few weeks of doing the same thing, they built up the coordination and the balance to achieve what I was asking them to do.
I love to see how they progressed over the semester, and not only like with their range of motion or their balance, which improved greatly in a lot of people, but their mindset and how eager they were. And I know one of the things I always did was ask for thumbs up if they were ready, and they all were like so excited. They put their thumbs up.
My favorite experience was my second session, because the first time it was all new exercises. It was a little chaotic trying to figure it out. And then the second time they came back, their form was so much better. They were more focused, and it was just so encouraging to see that.
So let's talk about the student learning outcomes. So the next couple of videos are personal trainers talking about the impact of this program on their personal and professional development.
I had never experienced working with this population before her class, and I absolutely loved working with the participants. I have a background in sports and exercise, and so helping this population through exercise has become my new passion and career goal.
It gives you in-depth experience working with individuals with a wide range of abilities. I think it's also great experience. You learn to program and accommodate your participant with the programming, which is really great practice.
you should participate in this program because if you're going into this field, it's so helpful. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, you're already doing very similar things to what you'd be doing. And I honestly think it's going to be really helpful in my grad school work and in the field, just having this experience already.
So overall, our students really gained a lot from the program. All of the students that were in the program are going off to grad school this year, so I'm losing my entire group of personal trainers. But we are continuing to recruit additional students. Some of the things that we learned by running this program was that there really was a need to reduce some of the barriers for student participation. And the way we did that at Auburn was to provide course credit for doing the certification exams and the experiential learning component. And then we also bought bulk access to the certifications, which reduced the overall cost of certifications. Through additional funding and gifts through the university, we were actually able to pay for all certifications for all of our students, which was about $500 per student. So that was a really huge reduction in those barriers. In addition, if you want to collect data and really measure the program outcomes, because we were virtual, we really had to be creative about the appropriate evaluations for pre and post testing and monitoring of progress. And my doc student, Danielle Carabello, will talk a little bit more about that in her verbal presentation in terms of how we used the information recorded from Zoom to have undergraduate research assistants and graduate students evaluate on-task, off-tasks, and other behavioral supports. So I just want to thank you for your attention and link you to our social media accounts and website. And of course, we're always recruiting graduate students. So if you're interested, please reach out. And we want to thank Auburn University for their substantial support and all of our donors that helped to make it possible for us to pay for these certifications for our students. Thanks so much.